if you were there now, how would you have handled the situation in Galwan? Tell us what happened then. Like, there must have been skirmishes.
I'll give you only one incident that can be extrapolated. There was one incident that had happened before I had taken over.
Year, sir?
Year 2008.
Okay.
So there was an incident that had happened where 3 bunkers of ours were demolished by the Chinese, saying that technically these were in Bhutan. Why we allowed it, I don't know. Who allowed it, I won't comment. But the fact is, they were demolished. And I think anybody who thinks about the nation would have that rankling in him. I'll be very frank. So, right in the beginning, in my various visits and other things, one thing I made it quite clear. Whatever we have made as defenses. See, the Chinese started saying, if this is the line, on top of this, then you can't make a bunker on the other side. If I don't make a bunker on the other side, how do I see what is happening on the other side? They also understand that nobody is going to be here and make a bunker which is behind this. Right? So, a very simple order was passed in Eastern Command. Nobody would be allowed to touch our defense works. Sometime in 2008, where a Chinese patrol had come, just like they come now, 60 strong, led by a major of the Chinese army. They had been emboldened by, bringing down this bunker. And they came and started, holding the wire which was laid in front of one of our localities, a grenadiers unit. New, take it out. They said, this is new wire, take it out. This will not be allowed. This young officer, a captain, who was looking after that particular post, he got up, walked up to this major, very politely caught hold of his hand.
Politely caught hold of his hand. Okay.
Took it away, looked into his eyes and said, if you touch it next time, I'll shoot you. I think he said it very firmly, but very quietly, without any provocation. But the message was conveyed by his eyes.
Shoot कैसे? Gun था साथ में? You're not supposed to carry, right?
Whatever it is.
Okay, I'm not. Okay, you're
Whatever
not.
it is. The patrol went back. They haven't come to that location till now. Now, this messaging is very important, especially with China. They also do messaging. You have to do your messaging. Look here, this and no more.
In 2021, you said China has transgressed many times over the years with its own perception of the LAC. None of you come to know how many times we have transgressed as per our perception. Chinese media doesn't cover it. Let me assure you, if China has transgressed 10 times, we must have done it about 50 times. Now, was that bravado on your part to say this? Rahul Gandhi wanted you sacked in 2021 जब आपने ये कहा.
We will not talk of Rahul Gandhi at all. But let me explain it, what happens. The line of control is based on a 1959 map which Chau En-lai handed over to Jawaharlal Nehru. It was a map as big as one page of a small book. Can you interpret that line on ground? Now, when you make an attempt to interpret it on ground, you will find it is cutting across various things. It is not following what you will follow as a border. It is neither following a ridge line, nor is it following a river line. There is no logic to it. It is just a line. So, based on that, the line of actual control, which came into being because they had occupied to a certain area, and based on this, when the so-called unilateral ceasefire took place, they went back to what they considered as their area, and a line of actual control came into being. If there's a mountain, he will say, no, I'm supposed to be here. But when we look at that line, we'll say, no, it should be here. Now, these perceptual differences will remain because it has not been demarcated on a map and authenticated by both the sides. In his perception, he'll come to a particular area, and if we are not there up to that area,
He sits.
Because our patrolling limits are different, at times he will sit down or he'll say, this is my area. Similarly, we will go to those areas which we think is as per our perception. We may encounter them, we may not encounter them. We may have a face-off.
But they have been taking, sir. They've been doing salami slicing and taking away.
No, that's what I'm saying. That
हमने तो नहीं किया ना.
as per our perception, we also go up to our perception. He also tries to come up to his perception. Unfortunately, when he comes up to his perception, that gets reported.